Hello, hello, hello. It's me. Right, okay. We are back on Resident Evil 3 on Amazon Luna, which is rapidly becoming my favorite streaming platform because I can stream anywhere. At the moment, I'm using the camera from a Chromebook and a little remote mic, which I've attached to me. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I noticed yesterday we were about 6 minutes in and the audio just disappeared, or at least my microphone audio, which I think I know why. But I'm trying this now to see how this works. But just give me 2 seconds while I just test. I just want to make sure that the audio is coming through, so we'll have a little listen to me. Right. Well, that sounds like me. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay, we'll go with that. I just need to send a text message to someone who has just texted me, which is work related. So give me 2 seconds. John L is texting me for well, I hope you're having a good Monday, right? That's good. I'm happy with that. Okay. Right. I have my trusty coffee here. And the way it works is I stream on Twitch, which is a slightly, it's okay, but it's don't forget, Luna is 1080p, so Twitch is representative of that, I would say. And then what I do is export the whole darn thing across to YouTube, where it then becomes a pre-record versus a live stream, which is actually better in terms of ongoing views for the channel, and I can optimize tags and stuff. So although my main shows stream at 1440, and typically I like to do GeForce Now at a similar, any brand new AAAs that I get codes for, I like to do it that way. But for my day-to-day streaming, being able to do it here, which is on my little leather sofa in my lounge, nice and chilled, works really well for me. So you guys are getting a direct representation of what I'm seeing on the screen. From the server, it's getting split into 2 directions. One is coming to, in this case, my Fire Stick 4K Max. In your case, Twitch, or in the future, YouTube. That means that you're getting the same level of quality that I'm getting. I'm actually on a reasonable broadband connection, so I could stream from here, but obviously they're taking away all of that heavy lifting. And then I'm using this Chromebook simply because of the camera and the ability to plug in the mic. I know it works. I can test it before going live. I could use my phone, and I could use another device, any device, iPad, tablet, anything at all. Right, so let's focus on the game. Young Jill here has just saved her position. Let's have a look on the map and see what... let's push this down to the chat. There we go, I can see chat now. So Twitch chat works, but I do use the shield mode, which I think limits it to followers. It may limit it to subscribers, I'm not 100% sure. almost certainly followers, and I think there's a kind of a, you must have been a follower for at least a day or something. So if you're wondering why you're sending me messages and they're not appearing, that's the reason. But I'm keeping an eye on the chat, so it's all good. Right, we are there. We've just come out of this room. According to the fact that it's red, indicates that there are things here that we didn't collect, which is that first aid spray. The reason for that is no room at the inn. Plus, we've got good health, or at least it's fine. And we've got some health here in the form of mixed herbs. So there's not a great point in... I mean, I could apply it and go from fine to... Let's see, use... Actually, it won't even let us use it because our health is absolutely fine. So, let's have another look at the map. We've come out of here. This is clearly the route we need to take, but this is blocked. This is the crashed train that we encountered. So somewhere along here there must be a drop-off point. Just pushing to the left with a stick in case it's here. I have to say I've been super impressed with Resident Evil 3 as well as Luna. It's just been amazing. Okay, she ain't going this way, that's for certain. And there's no clear drop-off on the edge of the train, so I have to... What about down here? This looks like a... Nope. Any further back here? It's very dark. No. No. So this is a great route if you're thinking of getting into streaming. But, you know, you don't have the kit. This is a great route to stream. You're not using any hardware to stream the game. That's all on Amazon. All you need, and you don't need to use your camera. Actually, audio is perfectly fine. Nobody needs necessarily to have their camera visible. But you can use your phone. This is the great thing. Just put it on a charging pad, plug in a headset, use the camera, pop it up on a stand. Bingo. So, is there another way? This is the way we came, but I don't think it's necessarily the way we want to go back either. Let's have another look on the map. This is just, for me, it's fairly clear. We've got to find a way above ground. But we have... Oh, hello. I'm sure he just moved. We don't want to be using this. Okay, we've got dead people, which basically means we haven't been this way. Very carefully hit. Oh, and still they come. Nice. Dum dum dum. The one downside, for me is I'm streaming. What time is it here? It's 11:15. I was up very early, did all my business chores, so I'm taking a break. And that's absolutely fine because I own my company. But the downside is that it's coming up to midday. It's actually a really nice spring day. Whoops, you get out of it. Ow. 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 And therefore, I'm getting a huge amount of glare off the TV that I'm playing. So it doesn't help that it's dark because, what's her health like now? Still okay. Because I'm not seeing anything. I think that's where we just came from. Yeah. No? Yes, it is. Okay. So there were some stairs. We'll make our way back. So what I might have to do is to pull the drapes, as my American friends call them, the curtains. And just so that I can see the TV a little better. Hello. Another hazmat boy. I've never tried just killing them with the knife. I guess if you completely ran out of ammo. Ah, there's that dude. This guy's always there. It was so annoying to discover that only the first 6 minutes had audio or my voice on the game I played yesterday, because I made some cracking funnies. I was well pleased with some of my japes. What's that down there? Always good to have a quick look on the old map. There's nothing in red, so this is the only area where there will be anything worth picking up. It's quite a cool feature. I guess you could probably turn that off in the settings if you wanted to play completely blind. Anyway, that's achieved. Get above ground. And excuse the language. It is a 15, I believe. But what can you do? The internet is timeless. There are no time zones to the internet. Really. We should come up with a brand new global time zone, shouldn't we? There probably is one. Like Esperanto is the kind of it was meant to be the global language to replace all languages. Never took off. But if there was like a global time zone, we'd all sort of be able to know, wouldn't we, what time it was. You wouldn't be bothered to think about, oh, it's 4 a.m. where you are, or what have you. It would just be a case of everybody knowing what time it was. But it doesn't have to replace local time. It would just be a shorthand for everybody to, the one thing I do on all my streams that I promote, which I don't tend to promote this one, I'm just loving the graphics. I just wanted to stop and have a look at this. Wow. Is I always put down Eastern Standard, Pacific Standard, BST, which is British Standard, and then very occasionally European, but that's only 1 hour ahead of UK, so 1 hour rising to 2 or 3 hours, but locally it's an hour. But I can't pick that up. Got nowhere to put it. What's that down the bottom? A supply case. Oh, let's examine it then. Ooh, flame rounds. Don't mind if I do, sir. Actually, we should probably reload. Can we? Oh, hang on. How do we change the rounds? So, LB, left button. There we go. So that's flame rounds. Got it. Awesome. Right, let's go back to the hand cannon. For it is a thing of greatness. We might have a free slot now. No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, so I always put all of them, but I've noticed a lot of people only put their local time zone, which is, I think it's lazy. And it leaves everybody else. It's not great marketing either, because it then leaves your audience assuming you have one. I mean, you must have a global audience, because I've just seen the time zone. So I'll get people say, for example, oh yeah, I'm on at 4 o'clock. And they are in Florida. So you say, well 4 o'clock where? And they go, oh, Eastern. It's like, well, why should I? I don't necessarily know exactly where you are. And B, why do you assume everybody else is going to know that and go off and do? It's just not. It's shorthand. It's not putting in the thinking, are they? That's all I'm saying. Where are we? Do I bother to equip the knife, or do I just smash it? I don't think she's got a melee like what is it? We can't pick it up anyway. We don't have the space. So how's her health? Yep, she's fine. Yeah, you know what? It's just a little bit of joined up thinking, isn't it? Now, you don't even need necessarily to put all the other time zones in, although I think that's quite helpful. All they need to do is put I'm on at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then everybody can go, right, okay, that's 8 hours Let me think about this. UK 8 hours ahead, behind, whatever. It's actually 8 hours behind. And then you kind of can work out the maths. But I just think, you know what? If you want people to turn up at your show, make it friction-free. Make it really easy. Which is why it would be cool if there was one big global time and you could just say, I'm on a, 4 p.m. global. Oh, hello. Oh, there's our friend. He's not happy. This guy's been through the mill. Oh, no, he's drowning. It's gonna... Yeah, he can, don't you worry. He's invincible.
Carlos, respond.
Yeah, what's up?
We didn't make it. The train derailed.
Hey, hello there, person that's just joined me. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoy the stream. We are, of course, continuing our Resident Evil 3
Nikolai left us to die.
journey.
What the fuck?
And I want to complete this before playing 4, because I never did. I never played this. I never played from 7 onwards. Nice. Oh, hang on, he's morphed. He's now an even bigger, nastier looking critter. Wow, look at him. I think it's him. I tell you, Capcom have put a lot of work into their remakes. They really are taking the whole concept of remake, remaster seriously, which is great. That's how it should be. Oh no, it's me! Okay. So again, what I don't know is, or what I'm sure of, is this guy is invincible. So do I waste all of my guns and ammo on this dude? Where is he? Or do I just try and stay alive? Well, they put me into a ring that is in you can't leave it. Whoa. Right, okay, first one. He's down, but I can guarantee he's not out. He will be back. Let's wait till he's finished that animation. Do it again. Whoa. Okay, and another one. So we're doing flame rounds at the moment. But we do have explosive rounds, I think, as well. Again, wait for him to end his animation. Move out of the way. Whoa, he caught me. Another one. I think we've got 4, yeah. Make sure she doesn't get hit as well. That's better. I don't know how long it's going to take before he just gets fed up and goes away. Let's do one more if we can. Yep. 2 more left. Good. So we are really giving it to this guy. Now he's starting to... Something's happening that's different. I don't think he's dead though. He might go away. He might get unhappy. He's coming the other way. No, he's going. I thought him. This guy's with us till the end of the game, so you can be sure that you're not going to defeat him until the end. And we're only about 4 hours in of what's, I don't know, I'm going to guess is probably a 10-hour game. What's he up to? What are you doing, bro? Has he gone up to tell the time? No, I don't know what this guy's up to. Is he thinking that gravity might be his saviour? Boom. Right. Now, I don't know that that really helped him, to be honest. One more, and then we can change the rounds as well. I've lost my one little viewer who didn't enjoy what I was doing. I'm sorry. Right, here we go. One final shot with the fire rounds. Now we've got mine rounds. I think these are just rubbish. I think these basically just... He walks around, joins the mines. Let's see if he walks over this one. Where is he? Where's he gone?
Find a way to stop it.
I just... What? Where's the dude? We can lay some mines. We've got 4 of these, haven't we? Oh, did that one just extinguish? How are we looking on the health front? Not good. Let's give ourselves some health. There we go. Shouldn't need much more than that. Looks like that mine only works for a bit. That's annoying. Oh no, that's a waste. What else have we got? Oh, be, there we go. Oh no, it is. We've got one explosive round, and that's it. That's all we've got. We'll try it anyway. So, what is it that we have to do with this guy? That's all we've got. The mine rounds have been a waste of time. They're rubbish, aren't they? Come on, come this way, dude. Come on, come on. Yes. Nicely done. Right, what else have we got here? Shotgun. We haven't got the firepower now. Not unless we... We might use this time just to grab some stuff. There might be some more ammo in... No, it's just plants. What's this? Shotgun shells. Okay. There are some other bits and pieces I noticed. Where is he? Okay, here he comes. Look, it's just going to do nothing. That's a pea shooter, I think. Dude, what have I got to do? What have I got to do to make you love me? What have I got to do to... Take out your head. What's the deal? See, he's getting a bit more combative now, isn't he? He's actually having a... Off he goes again. See, I think this is his way of allowing us to... let's see if we can mix some herbs. Combine. Don't know whether it pauses the game or not. And then give us health. There we go. I think there was a couple more of those kicking around as well. What's that? A shotgun. Yeah, we'll have some of that. He's got to come and land any second, but I'm really not 100% sure. Is it just a battle of time? Whoa, that's gotta hurt. Oh, okay.
Right, let's do this.
Yeah, but what are we doing? Ah. How come she found some more grenades? Didn't tell us about them. Okay.
Carlos, you still there? Oh, come on.
Happy with that. She's probably in a dodgy way, in danger. I need to find some health. Well, there were some mine rounds, but they weren't too impressive, were they? This is where we could really do with that. There we go, that'll do, I think. Can I use this? What's the deal? Mine flame rounds. Oh, there was some more stuff here. Okay. Well, we got rid of him, so let's not complain. It can be used as is. Let's use it as is. It won't let us. Red herb, native to the Arklim Mountains. It can be used as is. Well, no, it can't be. It's not letting me. It's letting me combine. A combine. And what was this up here? Gunpowder. I might ditch the gunpowder. We've not had any problem finding ammo. I'm quite honest. Can I mix it with anything else? Don't think so. I'm just thinking we really could do with... Let's see. It will show us if we can. No. We could really do with some health instead of more stuff. Okay. Alrighty. So let's pick up the red. Where has it gone? Or did we already? I think we did already. Let's find some more. And then we'll find a way out. More herb. I'm just gonna pull these curtains a second because I can't see a darn thing here. Let me just disconnect myself. Microphone. Do. And the Lord said, "Let there be dark." Aha! I can see. I may be a little dark myself now, but that's okay. I'm back. Oh, actually, the shadows will do the best job. What will probably happen is I'll be at a low frame rate while it's dropped its necessaries to make me more visible, but I don't think it matters specifically or particularly. Now I can see more. Right, okay, let's see if we can find some herb or even some ready-to-eat health consumable. We'll find some fairly soon anyway, but I'm sure we came across some green herb. What's in there? That's mine rounds. I will pick these up once I've got my health sorted. Ah, damn, there's a cutscene. It's not what I was after. Because that means he could suddenly pop into life again, and we need to get... I knew it. I'm trying to get her healthy first. Oh, like it. Oh yeah. It's a shame he didn't take his head. Oh, he's grown another one. There you go. Oh, you've been spined. I'm guessing that's going to turn you into something you don't want to be. Oh, hello, he's happy about it. Miss Valentine. Oh no, Jill. Jill! Do we switch back to Hair Boy now? Half a day later. Sometime later.
Jill! Jill! Hey, answer me. Tyrell, do you copy? What's going on? Jill's been infected. I'm taking her to the hospital. Maybe Dr. Bard can save her. All right, I'll meet you there.
I'm just testing Twitch a second, make sure the audio's okay.
You hang in there, Sugar Cup. I got you.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Oh, I'm happy with that. Good, okay. Let's watch this cutscene.
Fight it, Jill. I'm gonna get you the vaccine. It'll be okay.
Alright, so we've got to get a vaccine. Put it over there, we go. Oh, the Doragon. The Doragon. How are you, my friend? This is through Luna. Yeah. All through Luna. Minor echo from your mic, picking the TV up. Yeah, can't do a lot about that, unfortunately. Well, I could turn the TV down, but the one downside is I would have to put headphones on to hear the game, which I could do, but I don't think it's charged. I do have a headset for the telly. Where is it down here? I've got this bizarre. I can show you this actually. Hang on, let me show you. See if I can show you this. Can you see? This is my stuff. Like, I've got about half a dozen controllers and about 5 headsets as well. This is my corner of the lounge. This is where all my tech stuff exists. And I do have this little headset, which is a great Bluetooth headset. Oh, it's actually charged. I'll give it a go, I think. Let's try it. We'll turn it on. Then I can turn the TV down. I can turn the TV down anyway and just have it as subtitles. Let's see. Actually, its charge is okay on this. I just noticed some of the rubber's coming away, which is annoying. These are great little headphones, though. The only thing is then I'd have to have one off my ear. I like to hear my voice. As you know, being a professional, you want to be able to hear what you're saying. Is it? No, maybe not working. Okay, not too worried. You have a stash of stuff. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? I have to keep it all hidden away down the side of the chair. My wife hates to be able to see it all. I'm just going to turn this off. And I'll just turn the TV. Oh, no. I'll just turn the telly down a tad. I did actually turn up a little bit just now, but I'll turn it down. So it shouldn't be. I mean, the mic's pretty good. Yeah, it should be fine now. What I'm also going to do, my friend, if you just bear with me, is on Luna, where on the TV, I can put the chat on. So the chat is now on the screen, so I don't need to keep looking over here at the Chromecast. So the setup that I have today, and I've been working on I've been trying out different setups over the last few days. Initially streaming using my phone. So the way it works, I'm sure you know, but I'm just saying this for other folk that are just watching for the first time. The way it works is up at Amazon's servers, they send an image down to me, to my, in this case actually my Fire Stick, my brand new Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick 4K Max, because that's the only thumbstick that exists that currently can play Luna. So Shield, I'm not even sure that TVs have the app for it. I'll just explain further. I'll have a pretty dodgy frame rate on my camera because I've had to pull the curtains to be able to see the TV. But it doesn't really matter. We don't even need me on camera, to be honest. So they split the screen. They send one video stream to Twitch, one video stream to my TV. So the stream that you guys see is absolutely flawless because it's direct from the Amazon servers. So it is not a reflection of how good my streaming setup is. And then on top of that is the camera and the mic, which is sent from here. In this case, I'm actually using a Chromebook today. It's just easier. I had been using my phone and that works perfectly fine. And to be honest with you, the camera's probably better. But what you do get is a portrait shape image of the camera rather than a landscape, which I think I'd rather have square, but I don't get an option. It doesn't give me an option to choose different sizes of camera. So the one way you could get away with doing something different would be to use a third-party application like Camo, for example. In the old days, Snapcam, but that's been discontinued. Hey Sam, how are you? Lovely to see you, my friend. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's Dorrigan, it's amazing. Genuinely, it's become my new best friend because, you know, any long-term viewer knows that my studio is fine for my daily shows. You know, that's where I've got my gaming PC. It's a 3080, and it's perfectly adequate for doing. But where I like to play my games is right here on this leather sofa. There is a permanent dent in the chair, which is my butt size, and this is where I'm happy playing games. And if I play games anywhere else, I'm not. It just doesn't feel like I want. So this is a great setup. I just wish GeForce had done similar, but they have completely abandoned the Shield. They're not interested in it at all. Oh, look, can I switch across my stuff? Looks like I can. So old Nick here, he's already taken her stuff, has he? Let's have a look. Hang on, let's move away from her. No. What's he got going on? Oh, he's got a key. Well, we don't need that anymore. That can be destroyed. Yeah, he's got his own stuff, but I think I can pull her gear across, and her gear is better than his. So let me just have a quick look at that. Flash grenades may or may not be useful. We don't need all that health, we can ditch some of this. What time is this? Ah, there you see, Sam, this is the advantage of owning the business. And I was up at 5 this morning, so I put in quite a few hours anyway, so I'm having a break. And the thing to know about me and my company is that I'm not really involved in operations. So I'm more marketing, sales, and admin as the chief exec. So day to day, I can have some days where I have to do absolutely nothing, and other days where I'm flat out. So I'm in a very fortunate position, but that's what you get for being in business for 30 odd years. As an on-device content creator, if it actually worked anything like normal for me, this would be a huge boost. So you're seeing the quality, and genuinely, I know I've seen your videos about low hardware streaming, and this is the best I've found so far for the job. I mean, you literally, I might do a video on this, although you probably would get there before me. You literally, you don't even need, what I do, this is the process for me. So I fire the game up on the Fire Stick, and there it sits. I then come to any of the devices that I want to use for the microphone or the camera. In this case, this Chromebook. But I can turn the camera off. All I've got to do is a button here. I will now disappear. So basically, you go to the device that you want to use for your phone and your camera. You fire up, go to luna.amazon.co.uk, and if you've got an account, of course, and then click on broadcast. You get a lovely screen where you can enter the title for Twitch of the stream. Again, you can't do that with GeForce Now from the Shield. It just gives you nothing. You just end up inheriting the previous stream's title, which confuses the audience somewhat. And I blame Twitch to a degree for that as well. They should, as far as I'm concerned, you should be able to have a default title so that if you don't set one, it just defaults. And that could be something really simple, like Rokk is streaming again or whatever. Instead of it saying Rokk around the clock when I'm obviously streaming a game, which is typically what happens. And then within that screen, not only can you set the title, but you then choose the camera and the microphone, and it gives you the option to choose. So if you've got obviously an inbuilt microphone, as well as an external one plugged in as I have today, then it will give you the option to choose which one. And gets even better. This was never an option with Stadia, I don't believe. In fact, Stadia never allowed you to stream a camera. It was coming, I know that for a fact, but it didn't come. But also, you can tell it where you want it to go. So I could put my camera right in the middle if I wanted to. Which, who wants to do that? But you can set it any point you want to. So you could go center right, for example, which is probably a good place to be, actually. Using the one thing that I always tell creators to do, and that is wherever you're looking needs to be into the game. So many people, including the likes of Ninja, put their camera on the screen as if they're looking away from the game. And actually, on a subconscious level, I hate that. I keep thinking to myself, you're not looking at the game. It doesn't feel like I'm engaged with that individual. So I always put my camera as if I'm looking into the game. Hence why I'm on the right-hand side. Normally I'm on the left-hand side because when I'm playing in the studio, that's where I sit. Has your opinion changed? The Dorgan, has your opinion changed? So Dorgan says, as an Twitch integration is problematic on any device. Only PlayStation and Luna that I've used allow the update of that title on device. Not quite sure what you mean, sorry. Twitch integration is problematic on any device. Twitch integration? Oh, Twitch integration. Sorry, I was thinking Luna. Yeah. Well, no, it's actually great on Xbox. It's great on PlayStation. Brilliant with Light. What's it called? Hang on a second. Light Stream. I've got an account with Lightstream. It's brilliant with Lightstream. In fact, with Lightstream on Xbox, you can use overlays. So with Xbox streaming normally, you tell it to go to Lightstream. You then have an overlay set up on Lightstream, which can be your camera. It can be Streamlabs. What are they called? My brain's gone. But anyway, those overlays with chat and stuff, you can do all that. And then Luna. But Luna for me is the low cost option. I mean, a year's worth of Luna is 90 something pounds. And actually there's some really good games on there. Plus, of course, you could do your Ubisoft stuff. Now, the downside is that it's fixed at 1080p. However, so is Twitch. The Dorigan, I put mine at the bottom because I look up at the game. Yeah, as long as you're, I mean, again, this is just a thing. It's just a tip, that's all, and feel free to ignore it. It doesn't matter where your camera is. That's a personal preference. As long as your eyes are looking into the game as far as the audience is concerned. Otherwise, it looks wrong. I mean, I'll show you. If I put myself down to the bottom or the center left, give it 2 seconds to catch up at my end so I can see it. Okay. So I'm now playing the game looking away from the center of the screen. And it just looks wrong. It subconsciously looks wrong. So it's my little tip. But yeah, I tend to go bottom left or bottom right. But of course, most games have the HUD stuff top and bottom. So actually the center's a pretty good place to live. So where was I? Center right. There we are. Anyway, this works a treat. But the benefit of this is you're not sending the signal up locally. So if you don't have a particularly great connection, broadband, upstream, you're not going to be sacrificing anything. I love it. I think it's really cool. You get change on Luna. You get a bad. Yeah, but you see, that's the interesting thing, isn't it? Because don't you did you get a good Stadia connection as well, Dorigan? Because I mean, Luna for me is absolutely perfect. But you're in Stafford, aren't you? Is it Stafford? I'm just trying to think how far from London. If London is the only point of presence in the UK right now, I mean, Sam, we're about 170 miles from London, I think, as the crow flies. I don't know how far away you are, but you may be double that. I mean, I don't know how far that goes. But yeah, it's almost certainly to do with server presence. And there's not a lot you can do about that, mate, is there? It's just a real shame for you because this would be a great solution. I had phenomenal 4K Stadia performance. Wow. The other thing with them is, though, they did have a couple of points of presence because they also had one in Ireland, which for some people, particularly on the northwest side of the UK, is potentially closer than London. Yeah, it's Staffordshire. And I'm on gigabit and 5G. Yeah, so, I mean, it just proves yet again, I say this to a lot of people, it doesn't matter how good your broadband is, if the distance between you and the server is such, it's going to be a crappy performance. It's a real shame though, mate. Because they've lost a brilliant advocate in you. You would be all over this if you could get a decent connection. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm happy with it from a streaming perspective because I'm always looking for ways. I just wish. And Boosteroid do a similar thing. And in fact, in fairness to Boosteroid, I haven't even tried the streaming from them. I've got about 100 and something free hours, which they donated to me back along when I was talking to them about partnering and stuff. Yeah, that's a real shame to hear that, my friend, that you feel disillusioned. with cloud. I mean, yeah, fair point, because ultimately that is the issue with it, isn't it? If you don't have, you know, you are reliant on a few factors, a few variables that you don't have to worry about when it's a hard connection, which is a real shame. Yeah, real shame. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Boosteroid. I might try Boosteroid, having now perfected this Luna thing. Because the way that, if it works the same way, so Boosteroid exists as an app everywhere. I mean, they have successfully embedded the Boosteroid app on every television, every modern television, on every streaming platform there is, on Chromecast and Shield and Luna, Fire Stick. So if it works the same way and I can play the game on, say, Shield on the TV, fire Boosteroid up on a browser in my Chromecast, which is fine. I could use my MacBook, but it's overkill because the Chromebook is smaller and lighter and the battery is really good, so as it is actually on the Chromebook. So it's quite a nice little companion for this. So I fired up the Boosteroid app and it allowed me to do the same thing, connect the camera, connect the mic, but stream from them, but see it on the app on my TV. Even better, because you've then got access, of course, to all the latest titles. Now, we're in April now, and I am fairly certain they said May or... Well, they said they're going to have all the Microsoft games online by beginning of June, but I don't think anybody has had access to them yet. Reading the tea leaves, all of those contracts to ease the CMA process. I don't think any of the people that are party to those contracts have actually been allowed access yet to those games, which is why we've not seen any. Now, GeForce say they're working on them. I just think it's contractual. I think it's the same with Boosteroid. The difference with Boosteroid is if those games exist on PC anyway, then they work now on Boosteroid. The only difference is that they're able to legitimately say that they've been, prepped for their platform. But technically, I could play any game on Steam on Boosteroid. I'm going to pull the curtains back again because my frame rate's rubbish on this camera with it in the dark. Oh, I forgot that I was attached to the mic. Luckily, it had enough cord. Anyway, Dorgan, even the difference of 2 streets behind me and one of my best friends' difference is really, wow. Same ISP, same distribution box, same everything. That is sad, man. You don't think it's anything to do with somebody else in the street hogging the bandwidth, maybe using their, mining for crypto or something, I don't know, or just serving Sky Sports. 2 o'clock in most experience. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is a subjective experience still, isn't it? Do you know what, Phoenix? I love this game as well, and I'd never played it before. I do remember you saying that you'd played it back along, played it recently, the remake, and it never crossed my mind. And then I spotted that it was on Luna, and I thought, actually, that would be really cool to play before playing the 4 remake, which I've got on my rental list, which is why I'm just wondering if I'm able to switch these over, because she's got stuff. It does actually say use. Oh, mind you, it would also depend on whether or not I've got space. Oh, I do have space. See, I do have a handgun, but hers has the laser sights. Let's go, where are we? Put it over there. Yeah, see, she has the laser sights thingy, but it won't let me use it. Do you know how far into it I am, Sam? I know you played it on Mega insane mode. So she's just been infected by what I call the mega boss. And young hair boy here has to go off and find the cure. My guess is I'm about halfway through, but I've only played, let me have a look, just under 5 hours. And some of that has just been me stood here talking. But I'm feeling like it's a 10-hour game if you don't have it, if you have it on simple mode, as I always do. I'm guessing as well I should be able to pull her. So if I get rid of his, let's see, is there a storage crate in here? Yes. So let me bang some stuff in there that we don't need for now. What's that? Oh, it's old Brad's card. Okay, but not in terms of time then, but in terms of the story itself. Would you say this was halfway through, or you can't really tell? I suppose. Fair enough. Discard that. We don't need it anymore. All right, we've freed up a load of space now. Oh, don't have a shotgun. Let's go and get the shotgun off of her. Definitely. Actually, we'll put. I wonder if I just equip the assault rifle. So if I put all his stuff in here, store, get rid of it all. That's cool. And then pick up her stuff with her. Oh no, it was the same stuff. Oh, hang on. Oh, well, that's rubbish. What's that all about then? Why am I given the option to view? Tell you what, the thing that I've been struggling with, and I'm just leaving it down to muscle memory now, is the Switch, and it's the fact that it has the ABXY all over the place, which I'm sure if you're a long-term Switch or Nintendo user isn't an issue. But boy, oh boy. So I started by reversing them all, because you can remap the buttons and stuff. So I thought, I'll just remap them. And then I thought, no, this is daft, because I still have to compute the difference, you know, because the game says press B and you've changed it to A. So I thought I'll just leave it. And I bought myself a controller, actually. I'm actually really pleased with this. Bought myself a little Switch controller. It's not an official Pro, but it's got everything the Pro's got, and it works really nicely. It cost me, I think it was about £18, but it's solid, feels cool. It's got all the little buttons and everything. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, so I just thought, flip it. I'm just going to have to retrain my brain. And when I'm playing Switch, you know, luckily most of the games, they're aimed at younger folk. Monster Hunter Rise Pro controller for Switch. Picked it up for £20. Wow, that is a deal, my friend. I use my PS5 controller on the Switch. Yeah, do you have to use the adapter for that? Yeah, but I tell you the advantage though of using the DualSense, and I've got two. I use one for my PlayStation, and then I use one for the Shield, hence the sticker on the back. And yeah, of course, it has its own array of icons. But the beauty of that is that you don't get so confused because you're not thinking A, B, X, Y. And also, I've just got into the habit now of thinking Xbox controller. And that sort of works. So, which came first? Did the Switch come out after? I always assume it was the Xbox that came out with that ABXY thing. So if the Switch or Nintendo adopted that later, why did they think it was a clever thing to change them around? Was it a trademark or a copyright issue? Yep, Bluetooth adapter clicks into the docking station. Oh, of course, the docking station. I did think about that, Phoenix, to be honest, but I've tied up all my controllers. I even brought a Stadia controller out of retirement, and I tried two. I got two Wasabis plus the Midnight, the original Founders one, and a couple of white ones, one of which is still in the sealed box. I was going to crack it open. I thought, no, I'll leave it in its box. It may have a value in the future. But what I found was, with the Fire, not with Twitch, sorry, with Luna, with the Fire Stick, was even though this one connected, it wouldn't work. You'd have to kind of reboot the Fire Stick. It's just weird. It works fine with the Xbox controller, because I've got 2 Xbox controllers as well, so I just put one on for that. Yeah, they did they? So do you think that that came before the Xbox, and it was Xbox then that buggered it up for everybody? I'm guessing. Right, did I get everything out I needed? Let's have a little look. Oh, the one thing I'm missing is the shotgun, which she doesn't have on her. Why would it show me the same bunch of inventory when I press A on her as I can see in myself? Because it's exactly the same. It doesn't make any sense. I thought that it was showing us what she had so that we could nick it. Yeah. Dang you, Microsoft. Of course, it's now become the de facto. Anyway, it's just muscle memory. It won't take me long, to be honest. I'm pretty good at that something. But why would I be allowed to inspect her when it shows my stuff? Oh well. Oh well, let's go on. What we've got to do again, we've got to search for a vaccine. We've just come into the lobby. There's something in here to collect. What have we got? We don't want that one. We want the hand gun.
Tyrell, where's Bard now?
And Let me go full screen a second on this Chromecast so I can see. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. There we are. Right, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Making life better. Looks a bit like Matey Boy's wife and baby in Resident Evil 8 and 7. 7? No, 8, wasn't it? Doesn't it though? Don't you think? Bearing in mind this is a remake or a remaster, so they could have put some assets in that they had from that game. Do we need first aid spray? We've got a few empty slots, so we might as well collect it just in case. We can always ditch it, can't we? Baby looks shocked. Something was happening to that baby. Right. Just a little bit of audio. Apologies if you do get some level of echo on the game. Next time I play, I'll put the TV headset on so that I can put the volume up on the game. Did I come through this way? Is that the lab? Yeah. Right, so let's find a way out. This isn't an exit. Is that stairs? No. What about behind here? Is that the way I've just come in? No, different. Oh, I'll flip it. Need some bolt cutters. Don't have them. I dropped them into her storage. And in any case, it won't let me collect anything from her. So, right, there was a door there and a door there. This one is open. Ah, cool. Fulfilling life comes from good health. Yeah, and then he goes and jumps off the cliff. Right. The one thing he has that she doesn't have is this ability to melee. Right, where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
I don't got time for this.
Mate, you ain't buying a Coke without the money. Oh, there's another one there. He's busy reading the posters. Oh, he's still pretty cool. Actually, he's a doctor. Look, he's got his doctor's kit on. Poor old fella. Have some of that for your Hippocratic oath. Oh, we're out of bullets. Oh, flip. Flip and flip. Let's go with that one. Oh, Curly, hello, bro. Good afternoon. Good morning. It is afternoon. You're right. When do you guys have your lunch? I'm a bit of a stickler for midday. Really. I can't be doing the whole 1 o'clock lunch thing. I like to. Having said that, I'm not hungry at all. 1 to 2 for Phoenix. I do intermittent fasting. You see, so from about well, after the show, I tend to have my tea. So from about 6:30 until midday the next day, I don't eat a thing. And then, oh, look at this. Then I have a really light lunch. I mean, this is what I tend to do for my lunch. Right? It's true. It doesn't sound very light, but I promise you it is. I grab 2 eggs out of the fridge, crack them into a bowl, whip them up, so they're all mixed up. Sometimes, often, I'll grate some cheese in there as well, a bit of protein, additional protein, and then I shove it in the microwave for 2 minutes. The secret here is whipping it up. If you don't whip it up, it explodes. Whoa! Believe it or not. 2 minutes, and you end up with what is, in essence, a microwave omelette or souffle. And it kind of works. It's actually a tasty little lunch. It just takes 2 minutes to make. Nice hot lunch, protein, and that's it. And that's my lunch. And then I'll eat nothing. Well, I might have a handful of pistachio nuts until after the show, and then I'll have evening meal, but I try and go light on the carbs, so no potatoes, plenty of veg, some meat, that kind of malarkey. So Curly has at 11:30. Wow. KFC salad. I love it. Actually, Sans, my wife, made some, what did we have? Saturday, she did a kind of a breadcrumb chicken thing with, I've got some of that left, so I could actually have that for my lunch, to be fair. You've put me in the mood for that now. Bit of salad. I do love the idea of leftover KFC. Just don't heat it up, whatever you do. Don't reheat your chicken. It's too dangerous. So I don't typically expect a huge audience on my Twitch streams. That's absolutely fine with me, because the plan, I mentioned at the outset of the show stream, is I capture it on Twitch and then I export it to YouTube. And the advantage of that is that YouTube tends to promote uploaded videos, pre-records, VODs, more so than it does live streams. So by capturing it on Twitch, Nurse's Journal, anything in green we need to know? No. And then exporting it to YouTube, which is a 1-button press in Twitch, it sees them as uploads, and they will over time get more traction. Right, what do I use here? Nothing. Just use your finger, mate. It's a button. What the hell's wrong with you? It's always, Daragon, always, it's built into my order to have 2 Maku. What's a Maku? I start work at 6:30 in the morning. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that is early, bro. Although I wake at 5 every day, which so I typically come downstairs and just get a couple of hours worth of work out of the way, which frees me up to do stuff like this during the day. I'd still up with no leftovers. The dog and I have no self-control. I see what you're saying. Much, gotcha. Too much. Yeah. We just don't buy takeaways. The only time we have takeaways stroke takeout, as is the modern parlance. Can I get a takeout? No, but you can have a takeaway. Is when we go somewhere with the kids, with the girls, and then we typically do, but we certainly wouldn't buy it on a normal. I am so boring. I don't drink. I've never taken any kind of illicit substance, including nicotine, into my system. And I'm not a foodie, so we never, my wife and I never go out for a meal, ever. We only ever do that if it's somebody's birthday or it's a family get together. I say I am boring. I genuinely am. No, I mean, I'm not fun. Oh, he's inside there. Where's the gun? Let's get the knife. There we are. What's he got? Oh, needs a punch card. Oh, hello, where'd he come from? What were you doing in the box? Wow. Sensible, thank you, my friend. Well, the thing is I spend all my days sat on my bum. If I'm not working, I'm probably doing this or something similar, so I don't get out that often. I don't stretch my legs that often. If I didn't sort of have very, very strict dietary rules, I would be huge. And it's not my natural shape. My natural shape is believe it or not, is actually like a tall footballer. Or my mum's side, all of her brothers and her dad all involved in football at some point. I mean, not anymore, obviously, but one of her brothers played for one of the big teams, and I'm talking, years and years ago. And her dad used to manage a team. So that shape is kind of what I have genetically, but I could easily put weight on. That's the other problem I have. And I get that from my dad's side because on his mother's side, they all came from Eastern Europe, like the really cold areas of Eastern Europe, like bordering Russia. So they have a disposition to put weight on quickly in order to fend off the cold. So I have to be really careful. At least all of that is my excuse. I'm still looking for this vaccine, and I need to get a card to put in that punch. I'd also like to find some handgun ammo, but annoyingly, she had tons of it. Young Jill Valentine. So, do you guys know? Are they planning on making a new Resident Evil game? Hey, no problem, Dorrigan. You enjoy your KFC, my friend. Because obviously they've just released the remake of 4, which is doing really, really well, deservedly so. And I think 3 did quite well. And then 8 was the last one, wasn't it? Village. Oh, 9, sorry. It was 9, wasn't it? Was it 9 or 8? Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 9. I can't remember now. 9. It was 8. Okay, thank you. Yeah, good shout, mate. They're going to take a long time, aren't they? I like the Village, actually. I've still got to finish the DLC, which I've got on Steam, so I was playing it on Boosteroid, funny enough. Did I really want to jump down there before I'd investigated everywhere? Tactical grip for the assault rifle. Good, I will have that. Oh, I don't have space for it, do I? No. Right, so I have to ditch something, annoyingly. What's that? Tape player. A player. Yeah, what was that for? Player for audio cassette tapes. You'll have to put a tape in it for it to work. I don't have one. Oh no, there it is. There's the grip. So I can combine it. Awesome. Yes. That's going to give it a little bit more stability. I have no problem. I said this, actually I said it yesterday and the audio didn't work on the stream, annoyingly. But I have no problem with companies, with publishers, the key. Remaking or remastering old IP, I have no problem with it at all. If they do as good a job as these guys, as well as Naughty Dog, although The Last of Us on PC has not been a great rollout, has it? That's been the one kind of black mark on their illustrious career. Here we go. But, these IPs are great. And for me particularly, because I'd not played most of the Resident Evil games. So for me, playing what is in essence a high quality contemporary version of an old title is excellent. Curly needs to get back into the village. My problem is having an 8-year-old in that. Yeah. That is a problem. I mean, it's also a little bit of a problem with me streaming this stuff, but luckily I don't have a wide Minecraft-like audience. Definitely bound. They're bound to be working on it, though, aren't they? It's one of their major streams. So we did all. I thought we did all this. Yeah, we've been in through here, haven't we? So that was just us going around. Can't get into him yet. He's not breaking out the glass. I can help you if you want, bro. Yeah, the other thing is I don't have the card yet, do I? No. On The Last of Us, that the winner never got in touch with me, so I'm probably going to put that back up again, and I need to go and draw a new winner. I gave her, it was a her, I gave her plenty of time. Assault rifle ammo, awesome. Actually, that's what we should do is see, yeah, according to this, there's still stuff in here that we need to pick up. Green herb and herb. This door needs that punch card, which we don't have. So I must have, was it this way we went? And I'm sure I remember this dude on the right coming in on the right hand side, so it must have been this one that we... yeah, and then we jumped through the window, I think. Yeah. It amazes me how long this franchise has been going, because of course there have been the movies as well, haven't there? And the TV series, which wasn't great. That was one of the last things that old Lance Reddick did. I actually thought he was pretty cool in it, although it wasn't my favourite bit of his work. Favourite bit of his work? But I wouldn't be surprised if they're not working on remakes and remasters. I mean, ultimately, they've got the engine, they've got the game, so they've cut a lot of that effort out. They just need to repurpose. Add new textures, maybe add new models, mocap stuff, that kind of thing. I don't know that any of the games include new content, although I think 4 does. From what I've read, people that have said, oh yeah, I was surprised, went around the corner, encountered a thing that wasn't there in the first game. My memory is so bad I wouldn't even know. No, been there, done that. We went upstairs, didn't we? That was what happened. And then I jumped out the window into that area that we were just in. Oh, we've got an autosave. That's something I've noticed. I'm fairly certain that it isn't within the game itself, but I've noticed the icons for saving use the lunar graphic. He was dead just now, wasn't he? I've still got no hand cannon, gun ammo now. Then we jumped. I think we went through this door and we jumped down. Oh, dude just ran down there. I do love exploring, actually, in games. It's one of the things I love. That was a map. Hospital map. Can't really read it from here, but East Wing floor plan. Oh, maybe it's in my inventory or something. Let's see. Map. Oh, yeah, got 2 floors too. There you go. Downstairs and upstairs. Ah, good shout, Felix. Good shout. That's why they're doing them as remakes rather than not remasters. I'm happy either way, to be honest. Particularly if I've never played the original, which I didn't in this case. I don't know, I say let's have a think about that. I think if it's going to be remastered, it needs to be a substantial improvement, not just slightly better. I mean, what was one of the games recently? There was a GTA. There was an old GTA that they brought out, and it was virtually identical. It was terrible. And of course, GoldenEye. Everybody got really, really excited about bringing GoldenEye out, but very quickly people were like, oh, I didn't realise how bad it was. But it wasn't, was it? It was amazing in its day. But I do think it's a shame if you're going to go down that road. ID cards are not to be taken off hospital grounds. Okay, good. And must store their ID in their own personal lockers before returning home. So that's where we need to look. Yeah, I never played the original. I did have a little go at the remastered version that came out on Xbox recently. So we're looking for lockers, and I'm probably running around in circles. I should check the map. Where are we? Records room. Did we just come in here? I can't remember. Don't think we did. Oh. Assault rifle ammo. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, there's a herb. Can't carry anything more. What's that in there? Oh, that's the key. For which? It's probably for a locker. I will do a little save while we're here. There we go. Don't think I've got anything in storage, have I? First aid spray. Oh, I'll whack another one of these in there for what it's worth. Good. What's that? Nurse's journal. Nothing there, I don't think, that we can use. Yeah, Curly, I hear you, brother. That's my point, though, isn't it? See, I think they should have left it alone. I mean, I know it did make it available for people to play like me who had never played it, but I needed to play at the time to appreciate how good it was in its day, not how it looks now. This is why I'm not a retro gamer at all. I don't get off on the nostalgia, and I didn't play those kinds of games initially. Right, we're looking for lockers. You know, that's it, isn't it? How much of that fun was A, playing with friends, and B, the nostalgia. That's the thing. Because unfortunately, those two elements can't be recaptured because they live in memory. So when you go back to the real actual game and you don't have that, oh, flip it, we don't have our... I wonder if the key would do this. It used to be the lockpick. No, it still is the lockpick. Damn. She had a lockpick. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, for me, Destiny 1 was the nostalgia of playing with some great friends and the hours in trying to kill off, you know, various bosses in raids and stuff. And sometimes you just need to leave. The great thing about photos, postman's arrived, the great thing about photos versus video is it's just a hint of a memory. So it allows the memory that you've built up over the years, which gets embellished the more times that you talk to someone about what you did. The photo does nothing more than just add a hint to that memory. Whereas video, when you watch a video of something, you think, oh, or play a game again, you think, oh yeah, it's not quite what I remembered. But these days, everybody just takes millions of photos and they never get looked at again. At least when I was young, they used to get put into a photo album, which was always fun. And you take the photo album out every so often to look at your half a dozen photos. I'm definitely running around in circles now. I would be paying more attention if I wasn't talking. Don't think. Have we been in here? One of the ways that I determine if we've been somewhere is eyes are safe. I haven't had a combination yet. Well, we definitely haven't been in here though, that's good news. And we don't have an ID card until we open the locker, which we're still... I wonder if the map tells us. Let's have a look. What does it say? Too far away. Treatment room. Something. Side store. Side room, I think it says. Nurses station. Staff room would have lockers in, wouldn't it? I think. And where are we in? Okay, so if we go back to the left, that door. Oh, flip! Get off! It's Clive. They're not dead. I don't think. There was another dude here. Where's he gone? Anyway, I want to go through here. Oh, I can't go through here, can I? I haven't got a freaking ID card. So, this is when one grabs your leg as you go by. Can't do that. Why did you do that, you fool? Oh. That's... Just wanted to be able to get him in my... Yeah, Destiny was awesome. How are we looking on the health front? Fine. Plenty more dead people in here to jump out of bed at us. This is the treatment room. He's come back to life. Oh no. That's the other door that I think was the ID card door. But I might be wrong on that. Was it? No. Okay, where are we now then? Back in here. I need to go up there and then into the staff room. And knowing my luck, that's going to require a key or a ID card. Did I just come through that door? Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. Right. Let's try this door. And then have another look. I bet we've been in the staff room already. I need to... See, I can't go there, so I have to go up to the right, up here, and then to the right again. And then hopefully we can go into the staff room. Wow, we've definitely been in here, haven't we? No, there's a critter, so we're there's a locker, but it's not accessible. I mean, I'm guessing, because they said put your IDs into the lockers before you go home. Oh yeah, this one. That's the one. Dag. And that's a lockpick, which she had. I thought the key would do this. But no such luck. The knife won't do it. We can't just force entry, can we? No. There's nothing else here. So we need to find a lockpick. Damn. That's probably in the safe, which means we need to find a combination. And I bet you it's combination on the safe to get the lockpick to get into there, in there to get the ID card to get into the room to get the vaccine, to give her the vaccine, to get her back to normal health again. So, where will we find a combination? That's going to be probably in one of these documents that we've already been reading. Let's have a quick look. Nothing in that one. Admitted 20 patients. Da da da. Still no bloods. Dr. Young was bitten. Poor old Dr. Young. We've called in our off-duty staff. Yeah, like a year and that kind of a thing, isn't it? We tried. I swear to God, we did. So we've given up trying. Those of us only can't believe we've abandoned our patients. We heard a helicopter. Dr. Young. Something's coming. Goodbye. And then the final one we've got is the ID card, not to be taken off hospital grounds. All employees' personal lockers. The key to the locker room has gone missing. The last person to have it may have dropped it somewhere in the courtyard. Will we pick that up? Until it's recovered, we'll keep a spare key here in the office. Please stop by administration at the end of your shift. So where's the... There is a specific locker room, is there? Records room. Let's have a look upstairs. Courtyard, emergency entrance, reception, lobby. Well, possibly one of these rooms that we've yet to get into, maybe. So maybe we go back upstairs and see about going into this area. Might be our way out of this. Might be our way out of it. But as for that safe, I probably ought to explore the room that it's in. See if the combo is... As you say, sometimes it's up on a poster or something that's kind of been marked. Can't remember where the freaking thing was now, anyway. Was it in here? No, there is a save in here. It's safe, I think. Excuse me. No. Oh, yeah, that's blocked, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Oh, he stayed dead this time. That was probably Dr. Young, bless him. He died young. Do you, Curly? I don't mind puzzle games, to be honest. This one hasn't been that hard. I hate it when there's no clues, to be fair, and you just, you know, because oftentimes they're really complicated when there's no clues. I'll tell you the hardest game in terms of is Destiny. It keeps on with the... It tells you what you've got to do in a quest or in a mission, and often the only way to discover what the heck the wording means is to Google it. That's annoying. I think it puts a lot of people off, to be fair. I mean, Bungie has an issue in the sense that they've got to appeal to die-hard, you know, mega gamers and casuals, and the balance is a really, really hard one. No, I don't even know what this was for. What? Let me try that key. I mean, there's nowhere to put a key, but I don't know what would you do with a thing that has two lights and a speaker? It's not like you can whack a card in it or anything. Tape player? No idea. Let's have a look on the map and see what is in there anyway. We don't know. We do not know because it has not been discovered, and there doesn't appear to be another way in. There's no doors or anything that go off here and then circle back. But this was the... Let's head down here and see about this area. Let's get my bearings. Is it this way? It's face the character in that direction. Yeah. What was that? Herb. We don't need any herb, do we? No. In fact, I'm going to discard this herb anyway. We're doing okay on the health front. See, there's this guy in this room. Let's have a look and see where he is on the map. Where are we? We're looking into him here. So we don't know. There clearly is another area because he is in it. But we can't get into here because this is an electronically locked door. We know that we have to go in there, look, because there's a crate and there's also a lockpick door there. And there's clearly some more area down there behind him. But anyway, we're not getting in there at the moment, so let's carry on this way. Which is going to take us into here. We don't want to worry. That is blocked, I think. So we'd have to take a left as we come out the door. Yep. Courtyard. We worried about the courtyard? Where does the courtyard take us? Nowhere. So we'll go through here. Look around the corner. Brilliant. And then we have to go in this way, whether we like it or not. Oh well. Well, that's just taking us around a corner. Are you telling me that I can't get through there? Oh, that's pants. So how do I get here then? To get into there, unless it's from upstairs. There is stairs. Maybe that's how we do it. That's annoying. Battery's okay, 50% battery. There's no other way out of here. And did you unlock what you needed to in the staff room? I can't even remember how to get to the staff room, Sam, to be honest. But I had issues with... Was the staff room the one with the safe? Getting back there. Whoa. What does it say here? Patient's room, nurse's station. Sam's giving me a little hint, bless her. Because I was kind of hoping to get back to where the safe was, to have a look around the room and see if there was a clue on the wall or anything, like a poster for the combination lock. Yeah, so there was a locker in the staff room where we could get the ID card from. However, it required a lockpick. Jill, lying horizontally on a gurney, has the lockpick. Old hair boy here doesn't, so I don't know where I'm supposed to get that from. Staff room. This is the... No, this isn't the staff room. This is the office, isn't it? Administration office. There's nothing else in here other than the safe. So, what's this room? Don't know, too bright. Headed to the staff room. Cool. Yeah, so what we discovered was that... Oh, we've got to look for a poster. The torch is so bright. Yeah, so here we have the locker, which requires... I thought the key would open this, but no. Key does nothing. So we need a lockpick, I'm assuming, and there wasn't an obvious one anywhere. But I will, having been buoyed on by your encouragement, I will look everywhere just to be on the safe side. Did I come in that way, or was that a new door? Oh, there you go. Let's give the key a go on this one then. Woohoo! Woohoo! Progress. Yeah, I've got the key. Is there anyone behind us? No, we're safe. Right, okay, good. These look like definite staff lockers, and there's a few here that we can open. So what did we just pick up? A flash grenade. Wonderful. And a dude. He's a goner. Why would he want to go and hide in there? What a fool. And there we have it. Our hospital ID card, which I can't pick up. Come on, get the angle. Got it. It's Spencer. Oh no, it's John. Spencer Memorial. We're all remembering Spencer today. Cool. Good. Progress. Okay. I still want to open that safe though, because I reckon that's the lockpick. No worries. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I'm always up for a few tips. I know some people are like, don't spoil it for me. I'm like, no, spoil it for me. Save me time. Okay, so I still don't think I can open this yet. And I probably want to get rid of that key now, because we don't need it anymore. It's done its job, so we'll discard the key. My blood sugars, I can feel it, are starting to wane because I'm past my din-din's time. So I do want to make a little bit more progress though before we close down. Do 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 do. Oh, hello. Well, we know who that is, don't we? Or do we? Well, it's a cutscene, so... So here's a question. I mean, these aren't aliens. They're, you know, kind of bio-mutant things. But why is it... Well, I know the answer to this question. This is a rhetorical question, really. But whenever you watch Star Wars or Star Trek or Alien or any one of a million sci-fi things, yeah, they're always humanoid, aren't they? They're always bipedal, and a lot of the time they even look like humans. I just think that's lazy. The reason is it's cheaper. Of course it is. It's much cheaper to shove a guy in a suit than it is to create. And also there's a level of familiarity. But the truth is that, you know what, there's zombie dogs. Yeah, true. Zombie dogs, fair point. Ah, the safe. Now then, so we have the safe. We don't have a combination. I don't remember seeing it or a hint of it on any of the papers. So here we go. A note about the tape recording. I think I know what happened to the missing tape. His researcher took it, one of my patients over from a locker in the nurses' station, walked towards the treatment room. So we've got to go and find a tape which may have the combination. I don't care how important Dr. B is to the medical community. Kind of Ragnarok, okay. Alright, so we've got to go back to the nurses' room. Dim bones, dim dry bones. Oh, we got the ID now. Yeah. Oh, no, not that one. That one. Ding. Yes. What's in here? What is in here? Where are we going? Where are we? Oh, there we are. We're heading in this direction towards there. I don't know what the time limit is on Luna. You know, with GeForce and others, they limit how long you could play games for. Oh, what, back in there? Yeah, actually, I got waylaid, didn't I? You're right. Is that a dude behind the window? I did. How are we doing on the ammo front? Handgun. Oh, we got loads. 100. Yeah, I got that little bit of info and then I left. I should... Oh, and I got distracted by seeing the ID card. So I need to have a little look on some paper. Oh, right, okay, well, that's cool. That's cool, Curly. Curly, did you take out a subscription with Luna? I think Was it you or Eddie that I saw? I think you were streaming it, weren't you, mate? Because you were doing that Get Pack game, which I have to say you were very good at. Certainly better than I'd ever got to in Stadia. What about on here? Have they ringed anything on the... Is that anything ringed on this? Would be an ideal place to put a combination. Doesn't look like it. See, for me, I'm not that interested in Luna for the game's sake. For me, it's the ability to stream using my lazy lounge philosophy. That's what I'm loving. But I do need to give the whole Boosteroid option a try, because it may work exactly the same way. And of course that would allow for new games as well, or newer games. No, can't find anything in here, Sam. It's definitely not an obvious piece of paper. Yeah, mate, I love it. That's, for me, that's the killer feature. But that's just because of us being creators. Was there a piece of paper in here that I missed? Invariably, the clue is never that far away. A couple of rooms back, okay. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Assault rifle ammo. Well, I have it anyway. Thank you very much. Bring up the map. Here we go. So the safe is in the nurse's station. That we have the treatment room, which we haven't been in. That's where there was a dude. Maybe that's where we have to go, because we hadn't got that far. We just unlocked the room with the ID card. So maybe we have to go in there and get it. And grown-ups of a certain age, indeed. Oh. Right, we didn't get this far, so in we go. There was a big old dude kicking around through the window in the next room. Jumped up on me. Whoops, whoops, whoops. What's that? Assault rifle. With no shortage of assault rifle ammo. No, we still need a lockpick to get into those. There's got to be one around here, though. I mean, in this map. Do we need herbs? How are we looking on the health front? Let's give ourselves that one. That'll do. We rarely need health. I'm not fussed about. If we're playing it on insane mode, like Miss Phoenix did, then we would need a lot of it. But oh, hello, where'd you come from? Can he open doors? Possibly. Let's get the flash. Whoops. Get a flashbang thing out and throw that in there. Oof. Did that do the job? Is he disoriented? No, not that one, mate. Get the other one out. It did. It did do the job. He's like a massive toad. Oh, he uses so much ammo. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, he's out here now. We do have a grenade, I think. That pauses. That's really cool that it pauses. Equip. But we've got to get past first. Get out of it. Get out of it, toad boy. And then we'll throw it in. That took him out. Nice. I just didn't want to use any more ammo. Okay, good. What do we have in there? What did we replace with that? Was the... What did we replace? I don't know, actually. Maybe we had a flash grenade in there then, did we? Perhaps? We'll replace it with that one. I don't... Oops. See any point in having a flashbang thing. I mean, it disorientated him, but it's fairly low low value, I would suggest. Oh, not another one. Get out of it. I've got to go back and come up with another strategy now. What did I have? We had a grenade. That does the job. Let's equip the grenade. And I've got to get him into a position that we can throw it without blowing us up. Where are you? Where are you, Boyle? There he is. Stay there. Nice. Nice. That's him done. It's funny though, these kinds of games just don't make me jump. There's only been one. Actually, there might have been, yeah, no, only one. Oh, here's the tape. Awesome. Let's use it. Combo. Yeah, there's only been one, and that was the Blair Witch Project, which even made me jump at the same place the second time around when I played it. But nothing else has made me jump at all. Right, so let's combine the cassette to the tape and play it. Play it then. Rotate it until you find a play button, I guess. Tape inserted. Oh, do I not get an opportunity to play it? Outlast. Oh, is Outlast the one where you're in a prison and there's these like naked weird critters everywhere and you have to hide from them? That was, it didn't make me jump, but it was freaky to say the least. The PT, sorry, PT? Papa Pig? Just PT. I don't know what PT is. What am I doing? I've just lost my train of thought here. We've got the tape. Oh yeah, we're trying to get this tape to work. How's that work then? The tape labeled Dr. B without an option to get it to work. Or do I need a battery? That's probable. Teaser for what though? I'm not familiar with the PT demo. So we have a tape with a tape, we have a cassette recorder with a tape in, and the tape's not working. It doesn't say that you need to do anything, but I'm assuming that means it needs a battery. Some more. So that was the one. It was a mental assignment. Yes, I thought it was. Yep. Oh, flipping heck. Flipping heck, Tagger. Oh, he killed me. Damn it. There was one part where a patient jumped out on me, but yeah, it was freaky. I absolutely agree with you. I didn't like the fact they were all naked as well, but yeah. Right, let's continue, and we now know that there's a dude. Oh, Silent Hill. Yeah, Silent Hill, pretty cool as well, aren't they? Ah, yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. I don't know how far back we've gone here. We've got our cassette in there? We don't. So we've got to go all the way back to the cassette. How many grenades have we got? 2, so chances are we've not killed those 2 Egypts either. I'm going to shortcut them into there. That's 2. And see, the thing is, the game pauses when you go into your inventory, so there's not much point, for example, putting health onto your shortcuts because you just hit inventory and do it. Whereas if the game didn't pause, then you'd need to be able to shortcut to get to your health really quickly. Flashbang, water picture, you might need those. I wish I had my shotgun. Right, at 1 o'clock, you guys are going to have your lunch. I'm going to go and have my lunch. So we've got 5 more minutes. Is it 5? Yeah, just over 6 minutes. Yeah, I went to the old Chiefs yesterday, and they... Oh. Wow, we've gone back a fair bit, haven't we? It should, though, be not further back than the last load that we did. We can't get out. It was an okay game, but luckily for them, it was a draw at the end, and they ended up drawing again. The Montpellier. This was the Heineken Cup. Montpellier, the French team, got a converted try in the first half of the extra time, putting them ahead. We managed to get an amazing try, it has to be said, in the second half of extra time, which drew us again. But because we had scored more tries than them, that meant that we won. So we were into the quarter-final of the Heineken Cup, which I think is this Friday. So it turned out to be an amazing game. Right. Have we used the key? Yes, so we've done the key thing. I'm just trying to remember when we came up against Ugly. Don't know, it might have been in here or very close to here. No, I think we're going back on ourselves, aren't we? Let's look at the map. Yeah, we don't want to be in here. We've done all this. I mean, there is some ammo. I suppose that's quite useful. We could go and grab the ammo, which is here. Nope, killed all them, so that's good. Right, so that should now not be red anymore, which it isn't. Although this is. Why? Because there's the safe, which we still don't have the combination for. Yeah, I kind of forgot to look for that combination. We went into a few rooms. Mind you, we did run into those massive toads. Okay. Yeah, as you say, Miss Phoenix, usually or historically it has been on a post-it note or something, or a piece of paper or whatever. Right, there he is. There's one. There's three we found. Let's get a grenade. That seems to be the easiest way to dispatch them. Oh, never released, and then they removed it. Wow. I think this is a note, but sometimes they're written in blood. Oh, I haven't seen it artistically. Love it. Right, let's get the grenade in on this dude. Where is he? Next room. I'm sure we came through here just now, though. Hang on, let me just check the map again. Have I gone round in a circle? Yeah, he's in here. Must be this one, this door. There he is. Right, okay. Oh, there's two of them in there. I wonder if I can do them both then. How'd that? Oh, I missed them. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah. Even though the explosions seemed to happen a mile away. Let's get his mate out. Come here. Oh, he died as well. Look at that. Ha ha! Brilliant. Wow. The kill box for that grenade must have expanded right out. He's brought a friend. I tell you what, though, there were three, weren't there? So hopefully that means we've only got one left and we've still got two grenades. That was a mega solution. What's this? Ammo. Love it. What we need now is a save point. How's his health looking? Pretty rough. There you go. That's the tape, which I still haven't got a clue on how I'm supposed to use. There's no other way around out of here. And there's nothing to take from there, so it's one door in and one door out. Let's look at the map. So where are we? We've cleared that out. That's the nurse's thing with the safe, which we still haven't found the combo for. Then there's this room which has herb and simple lock, which we need the lock pick for. Okay. This is kind of circular though. Look at these guys. Excellent. I wonder how much Resident Evil 3 is to buy now, because I'd say that there's a definite... Oh, flip. Flippin' heck, Tagger. Have some of that, my friend. It turns out, doesn't matter where it is, you will die from it. And it doesn't do any damage to us at all. That's jumping out into the courtyard. I don't want to do that. Turn right into the safe. Yeah, see, it's a bargain. Bargain. I tell you what I did do as an experiment. I played a demo of Resident Evil 3 on the Switch last night. There's a cloud version of it, and you can play it for not very long, mind you, about 10 minutes, 5 minutes, I think it was, to see what you think of it. Can I go under there? No. I wasn't that impressed with it, the quality. I mean, having just played it on Luna, it looks so much better here than it did on their cloud version, which I fail to understand because they're 1080 and it's kind of optimized with AI as well. And it's cloud, so it's not like it's reliant on the Switch itself. I couldn't kind of work out why it wasn't as good. It was using Ubitus. Ubitus, if you remember, are the guys that heralded having a 10-year contract with Microsoft as well. And as I pointed out on the show, that doesn't mean anything because their job is purely to port these games. It just simply means they will be doing cloud versions for the Switch or any other Nintendo hardware. But I didn't think it was a great cloud version. It was low bit rate and very choppy. Well, not choppy. There was no lagging or anything. It was just visually blocky, looked low bit rate, low quality. We've been down here before. I think we probably have. Staff room with a simple lock again. Until we get that pick lock, we're out of luck. What else do we have to do? There was a couple of ID places, which I think we've pretty much exhausted. There's the simple lock, which requires a lock pick. Right, it's gone 1 o'clock anyway, so you guys are going to have your lunches, and I am going to go and get mine as well. And this was the staff room. I don't think there was anywhere in here that we needed to unlock that we hadn't already. These games pull me in. This is what happens. I end up thinking, no, I don't want to go. I want to do some more solving. And then you go away and you forget the rooms that you were in and stuff. Hey Bruce, how are you, dude? Good morning to you, my friend. Happy Monday. The Happy Mondays. We've been in there. And we've been in there. Yes, you're right, there is a downstairs. I ought to go downstairs. Do. Hope you're well, my friend. It's dark and they all look the same. Oh, really? Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, because you're in a very cold Canada right now, aren't you? It's the weather's not been great at all. It's actually really nice here, or at least it was when I last looked out the window. And it was very sunny. I might go for a little walk. Oh, hello! He's brought some mates. How are we doing on the grenade front? None. So let's get a flashbang out, and then we'll. Whoops. Yes, my friend. Just passing by. Oh, bye, Rick. Hey, no worries. I've been called worse. What annoys me is Jeff Gignac insists on using my full name whenever I go on there. It's one of the reasons I don't go on there very often. Right, I have some of that flashbang water picture, and now we can take you out. I don't mind people knowing my name, I just find it rude. I wouldn't walk. I wouldn't be in a meeting with somebody calling me my first and last name. I would leave. There we go. That was progress. Oh, all that for Herb. Oh, look, there's the Umbrella Corporation. Oh, mate, you're late to the party. So again, simple lock required, lockpick. Can't use it, can't get through there. That's just graphics. That's outside the hospital anyway. But at least that's good. We've made some progress there. Oh yes, we did have an ID card thing here, so we'll use that. There we go. Right, this is an operating theatre. God, I saw one of these last week. Makes me shudder. What have we got here? What have we got here? Ammo. Oh, I thought I had something important. Handgun ammo. Well, that's useful. We ran out of that. Discarded cloths and cotton wool and so on. This is a note. Ah, excellent. The combination. 9 clockwise and 3 counterclockwise. So 9 right, 3 left. Brilliant. Just two combinations. Hey, flash grenade, hand grenade, flash grenade. Run out of space. Not too worried about the flash grenade, to be honest. What's the other one there? What's the other A? What is it? I don't think it's 2 flash grenades, is it? Or maybe it is. Okay, we don't need them. They were quite useful with a whole massive amount of zombies to kind of slow them up. But I don't think at this level we'll be that worried. What's this? Oh, green herb. I haven't got any herb to combine. How does that work? Miss Phoenix is now lurking. Do you have to press a button or something to say you're lurking? Curly, take care, my friend. I've been meaning to do the same thing now for the last 5 minutes. I think I'm going to just open up that safe, and then we'll call it a day as well. Yeah, but how do you do it though? How does it know that you're lurking? Yeah, that Curly just did it as well. Is there a how do you do it? I don't know. I want to know. I want to know how you let it know that you're lurking. Do you just like minimize the screen or something? Ah, exclamation lurk. Thank you. I've been watching people doing some amazing Streamlabs stuff recently, and I'm just, it shames me. I really need to do stuff. And I know there's masses you can do with Twitch as well that I don't do, because I've kind of gone with YouTube being my daily driver, as they call them. Right, let's see where the safe is. It's the nurse's quarters there, so we turn right here, which means we can't, so we go this way. Unlurk. Oh, bless. Past him, and then into the room with the safe. There we go. And we can think it was there. Was it in here, this one? Let's have a look. Where are we? Oh, we seem to be miles away from where we should be. So let's go down here. BRB, that's the one I always used to use. This was a dead end, if I remember rightly. Yeah. The right room, but the wrong room. Take care. I won't be here when you get back. I'll be just going to open the safe and then I'm out of here. I'm not going to play this offline though. I'm really into streaming this whole game at the moment. I've never done that with a game. I've typically played through an entire game online, but I've skipped chapters where I've decided just to play them on my own. But this one, I intend to play the full thing as a stream, I think. Right, where's Be Safe? Behind me, apparently. There it is. Where it is? There it is. Where is it? I don't know. I don't know. Must be in a room. Not in this room, is it? I don't think it is. No, it's in the room I was in. But I don't... Ah, there it is. Okay, so let's have a look at that note. It was 9 right, 3 left. No, come out, do it again. No, 9, 3 left. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And it's what? A dual magazine assault rifle. Oh wow, can put that on the old assault rifle. Inventory is full, so we'll need to... It's going to give us double the ammo, I guess. I don't think there's a... I was hoping for a lockpick, I have to be honest. I don't want to be ungrateful or anything. Oh, we don't need the card anymore, so we can destroy that one. That's good. And then we can pick up the dual thingy and add that to the gun with a combined, sorry. There it is. Awesome sauceum. So what does that do? It gives us 60, yeah, double the amount of ammo. Wow. Well, there you go. Nice way to end the stream. I just wish we had that lockpick. But there's other places we need to have a proper look around. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. How long have we been streaming? Let's have a little looky-poos. About an hour and 5, I think, give or take. So we're 6 hours and a bit in on the game. I don't know how long this is, but I will pick it up again. I don't know, it might be today. I don't know, if not tomorrow, and we'll do some more. But really appreciate your joining me and keeping me company. It's really nice to see so many of you. Enjoy the rest of your days, your breakfasts, your lunches, and your dinners. I will, of course, see you in 4 hours, just under 4 hours, for Rokk Around the Clock. Today's chat day, but I'm still not sure about this. These segmented days are not really working as I'd hoped. So we shall see. But I am now going to stop the broadcast. Thank you, guys. I will see you later. Take care.